welcome to circuit training. We've got 3 circuits today. So our lower body circuit is going to be with bands, any kind of mini loop band. And if you don't have a band, then your body weight will work. Our second circuit is going to be upper body, that's body weight. So you don't need anything for that except for space. And then our third and final circuit is going to be some cardio with dumbbells or some sort of weight, cans or water bottles, whatever you have. So we're going to start with a warm-up first. Let's do some big arm circles just to get that upper body a little bit more stretched out in case you've been sitting all morning. So big arm circles, inhale, take them up, and then exhale down and around. Let's do 3 more big circles. 1, 2, and 1 more big circle, and 3. Perfect. Let's take this to shoulder rolls. Nice and easy, shoulder rolls. And then we're gonna do 1 more here. You're gonna shake those arms out in front of you. Just starting to get that blood flowing. All right, let's go into a full body roll. We're gonna start with those shoulders. So inhale, you're gonna take it down. You're gonna bend those knees. Exhale, you're gonna roll it on up. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, come down. Nice and easy. Exhale, roll it up. 1 more time, and we're gonna stay nice and low here. So feel free to walk those feet out a little bit, move those hips around. We're gonna drop that right shoulder in for a little spinal twist. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, drop down. And then 1 more time on each side. Take it down. Inhale and exhale. And then let's roll it all up to the center. And we're gonna open up those hips a little bit by doing some circles. Welcome everybody, we're just warming up. We're gonna do a lower body circuit today with bands, so grab your bands. Upper body is going to be body weight, and then cardio is gonna be with some dumbbells. All right, let's come down onto the floor. Continue to open up those hips. You're gonna find a tabletop position. And again, create circles with your knees here. So we lift up that right leg. So now draw a nice big circle here. Imagine that your knee is a paintbrush. Nice and slow, big circle. Keeping that back nice and flat. Neck is long. Let's go and switch directions of the circle. So you're gonna warm up those glutes, as well as opening up those hips. We'll do 1 more in this direction. All right, and now you're gonna switch into the other side. So same exact thing, nice strong tabletop position. Drawing big circles with those knees. Doesn't matter which direction, we will do both. Now you're gonna reverse those circles. So up and over, while keeping that back nice and flat here. Neck is long. Starting to feel those glutes warm up. We're gonna do 1 more. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and sit back to a quick child's pose. Knees wide, feet together. Sit way back. Hold it there for a couple breaths. Get a nice stretch for that back. 1 more breath here. All right, let's take it up to down dog. This will be one of our exercises today. We're just gonna use it right now for a quick warm up and stretch. So go ahead and pedal up those heels. You really wanna lift those hips up as high as you can, pressing your chest towards those thighs, relaxing your head. Couple of breaths. Take 1 more deep breath, and let's lower the knees down and roll all the way up to standing. Nice and slow. Come up to the top and just shake it out. All right, everyone, we are gonna get started. So as I mentioned, your first circuit is going to be all lower body with these bands. So if you have a mini loop band, go ahead and grab it. If you don't have one, you can do body weight or add some weight to it. I'm gonna show you your first exercise. We've got 4 exercises in each circuit. So this is lower body, mainly strength, okay? First one we place around the ankles. Around the ankles here. And if you have different colors, you can use a heavy resistance, which would be a blue or black, because we're starting with large muscle groups. And call this a monster walk, just a lateral walk. You get nice and low in your squat and you stay there the whole time. So you take a big step out and a step in. And what you want to do is keep tension on that band the whole time, right? I always say that, so you don't want to come together like that. okay? Your feet should always be nice and wide, tension on that band. So we've got 45 seconds for this first exercise, and then I'll show you number 2. All right, let's go ahead and start. Band around the ankles. We're gonna start in 3, 2, let's do it. So start by finding that squat as low as you can, and then you do your steps, your walks, I should say. So this is nice and slow. We also want to sort of refrain the hips from rocking, right, and going up and down. So drop those hips, stay nice and low. And again, always tension on that band. We're gonna do about 2 or 3 steps to each direction. Whew. So you're pressing against that band. And again, if you have different colors and options, try something that's heavy. So we're starting with large muscle groups. We got a few more seconds, and then you'll get a little bit of a breather. Get as low as you can in the squat. All right, go ahead and stop. We're gonna keep it around the ankles. So our next one is gonna be similar. We're gonna get low. You're gonna go out, out, a wide squat, wider than your hips. Come back in, not all the way in, but just enough. And then you can add a little jump at the top. So once again, out, out, in, lift, or jump. 45 seconds. Start right here, narrow squat. Ready, set, let's go. So you go out, out for wide, bring it back in, and then either a lift or a jump, or you can just stay right here. Right? So go ahead and start out, out, in. So Tammy, you can probably stay right here. Just be mindful of your feet and your ankles. If you want a little bit of cardio and you're okay with the jump, add that jump. Keep it up. So we're about halfway, out, out, perfect. In, and then a lift or a jump. Good, Terry. Beautiful. And I forgot to mention, I always say at the beginning of class, always check in with yourself, right? How are you feeling today? Do you have a recent injury? Make sure you're being mindful of that and working at your own pace. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go take that band off. So for our next one, we're gonna come down and do a glute kick. So I'll just show you without the band. We're down here. It's pretty easy, just gonna kick and extend that leg out. All right, so adding the band to it, it's a little tricky getting in. You just want that band around the balls of your feet. Probably sit down like I am here, and then flip over. That's the easiest way. So right around the balls of your feet, we flip over, we're in the tabletop. We'll just start with the right leg first. So you're gonna press against that band, okay? So that's that little extra resistance. We'll do the right leg, starting in 3, 2, it's just around the ball of your foot. Let's go. Nice tabletop, just like that warm up. You're gonna kick and extend through that leg. Bring it back in and kick. So you can take a look at my screen first couple seconds, and then I want you to match exactly what I'm doing. Notice how nothing else in my body is moving. Do you see that? Just my legs moving. Tuck those hips under so you have a nice flat back. And you're pressing against that band. You're trying to extend that leg as long as you can, as if you're pushing your foot into a wall. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So just do the other leg. No adjustment, you just switch. So for me, I'm now doing my left. Just started with my right. So you just press through that band, and you lift your leg to about hip height. Doesn't need to go any higher. Inhale and exhale, nice and smooth. So we have one more after this. It'll be a bridge. We've got 3, 2, and 1. So now we're gonna target those hamstrings. You're gonna pull this up above your knees. Tammy, you'll still do this too, but I'll show you a standing option. Everyone else, we're on our back. You're gonna pull that band up above the knees, and we're gonna do a bridge with a little abduction. So we lift the hips, we press apart. Now, instead of lowering all the way to the floor, I just want you to lower an inch so that we're staying lifted the whole time. So we really work those glutes and hamstrings. So everyone get set up for that, okay? Tammy, you could do a wall sit or hold a squat and just go out and in with us, okay? 45 seconds in 3, 2, let's do it. So you lift up into that bridge, press against that band, come back together. And then I just want you to lower halfway if you're doing the bridge one, not all the way to the floor, and just repeat this. Standing option, I'm in a low squat. Woo, and I'm pushing against the band. Also could be done in a wall sit. Again, strong band because these are large muscles, lower body that we're doing first. A great way to warm up the rest of the body for our next 2 circuits. So you lift, press, drop just an inch, squeeze and lift, and push. So almost like a little pulse, not a full bridge. Keep those hips lifted, push against the band if you're not feeling it. If you have something heavier, let's grab it for next round. 3, 2, and stand up. Let's do it again from the top. Band to the ankle. So now we're gonna move a tiny bit faster. We know what we're doing. All right, 45 seconds. Band walks, let's do it. So this time I'll give you a little less time in between. We'll just go right into that next exercise. You'll get about 5-10 seconds transition, but it'll be a little bit faster than when we started. I'll let you know what's happening next. So remember, nice and low, all lower body for this first circuit. So with this one, you're gonna feel your quads and your glutes. Keep going. So about 15 more seconds. And then your next one is gonna be that wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Maybe with a jump. You have a few more seconds here for those walks, side to side. Slow it down, right? Chest stays up, but your hips go back. All right, go ahead and stop. Couple seconds. No transition needed for this. We're gonna go right into it. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Let's do it. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Maybe you gotta jump, maybe you don't. Let's go. So adding a little bit of cardio here. But our last circuit is all cardio, and I put that at the end to challenge ourselves just a little bit. It is gonna feel hard after all of your stuff that we've done. Keep going, everybody. Hopefully those legs are on fire. Out, out, in. Perfect. Nice and low. Maybe adding that lift or a jump. Push. Make sure your knees are also in nice alignment so they're not in, they're not out, unless we're doing that press. 3, 2, all right, come on down. So you can just slide this down to the balls of your feet. That's the easier way. And then find a tabletop. Glute extension and kick. Right leg, let's go. Tabletop. So again, if you're not sure, watch my screen and make sure you're doing exactly what I'm doing here. That other foot can be flat or flexed on the ground. That doesn't really matter, whatever feels comfortable for you. But you're definitely flexing the leg, the right leg, that's extending straight out. Let's do a couple more on this side and then we'll switch it. Tuck those hips under just a little bit. All right, switch sides. Left leg. You want to extend completely straight. Straight back, not straight up. Oh, I'm feeling this. I have a light band and I'm feeling it. And again, you can do this without your band. You can even do a glute kick. Bend your knee, maybe add a weight in there if you don't have the band. Another great option that we've done before. One more extension. 3, 2, all right, let's flip over and pull that band above the knees. Just a few seconds. Bridge with that abduction, that press out. I'll call it. Ready, set, let's go. So you're doing this on your back or in that wall sit or squat. 45 seconds. And remember that for our bridge, we stay lifted the whole time. I'm just gonna ask you to lift, press out, and just drop an inch. This way we're engaging those glutes the entire time. I want your feet right underneath your knees. So it's like a little pulse and then press away. Same thing if you're in that wall sit, you're just pressing that back into the wall and you just press apart and come back in. Woo, feeling the booty here. Keep going, a few more seconds. 3, 2, and final round. Come on up. Slide that band back down to the ankles. Here we go. Lateral walks or monster walks. In 3, 2, let's go. I'm not sure why they're called monster walks. This would be called in physical therapy. Guess maybe because you look like, well, these are more like the monster locks, the ones where you go forward and back. I guess you look like a monster doing that, so that's why they're called that. But nice and low, you're a little more than halfway, so we're slow it down, and your goal is to stay in that squat the entire time. There's no bouncing, there's no lifting, of the hips. You're in that lowest squat possible. Yes, good, Tammy, you got it. Nice and steady, good, Terry. Good, as low as you can in that squat. A few more seconds to go. Really push against that band. 3, 2, 1, just 5 seconds. Wide to narrow. Ready, set, let's go. Out, out, in. And you sort of pause and hold that, right? So as far as you can go, right? Getting nice and low, nice wide, almost like a sumo squat. Back in, not too close, you always want tension, right? And then lift your jump. Get a little lower. Keep that core nice and strong here. We don't want to feel that low back, so core nice and tight. Perfect, yep, looking good, everyone. Keep it up. Big jump there at the top if you want a little extra cardio. Woo! Watch those knees. 5 seconds, and we have our glute kicks and extension. All right, let's go ahead and slide this right under the toes, right under the feet. Not the toes, sorry, the balls of the feet. Come on down to your tabletop. Right leg. In 3, 2, let's do it. Extend that right leg, nice and straight. Pull it back in. Nice and slow. And I want you to kick that leg as straight as you can. I'm just fixing my band. Of course, just toss the band if it keeps rolling up. Keep going, couple more on the side. You're extending that leg completely straight. Nice and slow. One more on this leg. Fill in those glutes and hamstrings and then just switch sides. Just switch legs. Remember, nothing else in the body is moving. Just that leg that's extending. Keep it up. So you should be able to hold me on your back. If I were to come over and sit on your back, you would not collapse. Okay? So I want you to really engage that core. Imagine you've got weight on your back. Tuck those hips under. Couple more seconds. Let's get one more good rep here. All right, here's our final one, our bridge. Warrior wall sit with the press out, abduction. Those are the outer thigh muscles. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. You'll get a little break after this. So again, if we're doing the bridge, you're gonna stay lifted almost the whole time. Press out, just drop an inch, lift, press, and repeat. Again, watching my screen if you're not sure. Keep those hips lifted. While we're in our bridge, we want to make sure that weight is on our back and not just our head and our neck. So you do want to be mindful of lifting too high off the floor. Once you squeeze your glutes here, squeeze that booty a little bit and slow everything down. Woo. If you're in that wall sit, make sure your hands are away from your legs. You're just by the wall. And you're just doing press out and in. Keep it going, a few more seconds, everybody, and then we'll get a quick breather. Here we go for 4. Woo, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. I'll give you about a minute here. We are done with the band. Nice and warmed up. Great job, everyone. How are we doing? Thumbs up, we're good? Okay, so we should not be feeling totally out of breath, okay? We're moving on now to upper body, and this is all body weight, so you don't need anything. So let's just go ahead and start with that first one. You still have about 30 seconds left to grab your water and shake it out, do a little stretch. So our first one, pretty basic, working the back mainly and core. So down dog to plank. Down dog to plank. Okay, so if you didn't want to do anything on your wrists or your hands, you could add weights. Instead of a body weight exercise, you could do a regular bent over row with dumbbells. Let's start with our down dog and plank. All right, we got about 3 more seconds until our minute is up. Here we go, let's start. Down dog to plank. And I want you to hold that for at least 1 or 2 seconds. Press back up. So this can also be done on your forearms. Keep moving. I'll just show you the forearm. It's the same movement. You're just giving your wrists a break. Also should feel better on your shoulders. Lift and lower. Keep going. Alternative, standing bench over row with some heavy weights. All right, we got a few more seconds. Then we're gonna get into a push-up combo, okay? You have about 5 more seconds here. Down dog to plank. I'll give you a little more challenging version in our second round. All right, go ahead and release, lower those knees. You're gonna do a narrow push-up and then a wide push-up. Okay, so narrow is a tricep, watch my screen. I go narrow, walk it out, and I go wide. Okay, so you can do these up against the wall, on a bench, or even just do a chest press instead. Narrow and wide. In 3, 2, let's go. 1 narrow push-up, I'm doing them on my knees. I want to make sure my back's nice and flat. So 1 narrow, where your elbows are glued to your side, and then 1 wide. So you could do a chest press, you can even do a standing version where you use the dumbbells. You can go narrow press and then a wide. You can do 1 narrow, 1 wide. So we're working triceps here and chest. Now this should definitely feel challenging, especially because I want you to do it really slowly, right? We're not rushing. Form is super important here. Good, Terry, you got 3, 2, okay, now the back side. Here's what we're doing, a hyperextension. Okay, so 2 options, run your belly here. Superman, Superwoman, you all know this one, right? It's just inhale, everything lifts off the floor. Exhale, lower. You wanna add a little extra. You can push up to a plank and then a standing option. You're gonna do those Ys with your thumbs up. Body weight, here we go, in 3, this is all body weight. 2, let's go, hyperextension on the floor or bent over Ys. You can give a thumbs up and make that nice wide position, okay? Sensitive shoulders, you can do a T instead, that's gonna feel better. Make sure either way you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, right? It's inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Bonus, you're adding that push up to plank. If you want a little extra upper body in there, I'm doing the standing version. And then we have a forearm plank sort of combo movement coming up next. A lot of core in this next one. You've got 3, 2, and 1. All right, your next and last one is a traveling forearm plank, just like we did with those steps. You're gonna do it in a plank position. So you're on your forearms, you're gonna work the core a little bit lower, makes it harder. So you're gonna go 1 or 2 steps to the right, and then 1 or 2 to the left. So we're also engaging our obliques and side muscles. Tammy, you can do this guy. Our standing, right? Here we go, 45 seconds. Let's do it. Traveling plank, side to side. On your forearm, so feel it a little bit more than on your wrists. So get nice and low to the floor, okay? Woo. Keep your head up. Oh yeah, this is a lot harder. Keep it up, everybody. Option is to hold that plank, right? Maybe your shoulders are a little extra sensitive from the rain or just not feeling that good. You can hold that plank. You got 15 more seconds. I'm doing a standing option. Standing side crunch, working the same muscles, just in a different way. Keep it up. We got 3, 2, and 1. All right, couple seconds, down dog to plank. Down dog to plank, or your heavy row. Round 2, ready, set, let's go. So if you want extra challenge, you do single leg. Down dog, plank. And you'll stay single leg the whole time. Next time, we switch sides. Woo! So that's definitely a lot more challenging for your core. Maybe try that if you want an extra challenge. Down dog to plank. So hopefully in this circuit, you're really starting to feel that heart rate get up. Nice and slow. 15 more seconds. Maybe you're doing this one on your forearms. Another great option. Keep it up, everybody. Few more seconds. Beautiful. Yep, good, Tammy, perfect. Nice, Terry, yep. All right, go ahead and stop. Exercise 2, narrow, 2 wide push-up. Right, you can do it standing. 1 narrow, and then 1 wide. And then repeat, okay? Ready, set, narrow and wide push-up. Let's do it. Elbows back. Elbows are back for both push-ups, right? So they're back for both of them. The narrow, they're just really squeezed into your rib cage. And your hands are right under your shoulders. For that wide one, hands are wide, but elbows are still going straight back. Woo. So for the narrow, you're feeling your triceps. Oh my gosh. And the wide, more chest. Woo. And shoulders, keep going. Same thing, you do it against the wall or on a table. That's another great option if you have a table handy. All right, go ahead and stop. Hyperextension on your chest and belly. Your Superman, your Superwoman, your standing option. Thumbs up, Y's and or T's. Ready, set, let's go. Let's go. Inhale, everyone lifts. Exhale, lower. Maybe you have that push to plank. Just a bonus. Woo. So here, I want you to slow it down, okay? If you're on the floor, keep your legs straight. You're lifting everything off the mat as high as you can on that inhale. And then exhale comes back down. We are more than halfway there. In whatever position you're in, make sure you're not looking up, you're not looking down, you're somewhere right in the middle. Keep that neck nice and long. Squeeze and lift, working those low back and posterior muscles. 3, 2, and 1. Our side-to-side plank on our forearms. Here we go. We're standing elbow to knee crunches. 3, 2, let's go. So you can hold your plank, right? But maybe try a couple steps. Try it once, see how it feels. Doesn't feel good on your joints. Go ahead and just hold that plank. Now, if it's just challenging, that's okay. That's what we want, right? Try it once. And then you can always come back to just that regular plank hold. Keep it up, 15 more seconds. But you won't know if you can do it unless you try it. Woo, come on. Getting those side muscles, working through that entire side body. This is in place of a side plank, okay? We're doing this instead of that. 3, 2, and 1. All right, one more round. I was gonna say stand up, but don't. Down dog plank. Here we go. If you did single leg, you're doing the other leg. Tuck those hips under. 3, 2, let's do it. So my left leg up now. Down dog to plank. And that leg never touches the floor. Okay, that's that extra challenge. Woo, much harder. Other option is that bent over row. You're about halfway. If you're doing single arm and want to switch it. Really working through that back. Nice and slow, everyone. Beautiful, Terry, yep, perfect. Squeeze and lift that foot. Lift as high as you can to the ceiling. Nice, Tammy, beautiful. Good, neck nice and long. You all are awesome. Keep it up. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Narrow to wide push-up. Narrow to wide push-up, whatever version you're doing, maybe standing with weights against the table, whatever you got. Let's do it. Go. Narrow. Legged chaturanga. Triceps. And then a little wider. Oops. I have folded my mat for my knees. So make sure to adjust for you. Woo, that narrow one is really hard. I want like super narrow, like hands right under the shoulders, right? like a chaturanga, and your elbows go straight back. Keep it up. Your chest touches the floor, but your fingertips should be a little lower than that. That's how your arms should be set up. Couple more seconds. Woo. Let's go, let's go. You've got 3. Beautiful. 2 and 1. Hyperextension. Hyperextension. Couple seconds here on your belly. Or you're standing thumbs up. Y's and or T's. Ready, set, let's do it. Hyperextension, go. Slow it down, right? Working all those back muscles. Woo. That we sometimes neglect. Take it nice and slow. Keep it up. If you're doing this on the floor, you might only lift an inch off the floor. That's totally fine. Inhale and exhale. You can even just do a standing version. You're doing here. Just feels better on your shoulders. Just a mini back bend, opening up the arms. Couple more seconds. Squeeze and pull those shoulder blades together. You got this. 3, 2, and 1. Our final exercise. Side to side forearm plank, traveling. Right, or our standing option in 3, 2, on your forearms, let's go. So I'm doing standing option, a little balance, pulling down that elbow to knee. We're gonna do that side body. Forearm plank, you can hold it right here, maybe knees down, supported, or you're trying that movement. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and just keep it going. Keep it going, nice and slow. Woo. Yeah, this is tricky. So if you have any shoulder issues, I would recommend just staying in your plank or doing the standing option, because that moving can be a lot on your shoulders. You're almost there, everybody. Get a couple more good reps in. Couple more good reps in, then we're gonna hit a nice long break. Tuck those hips. Here we go for 3. Keep breathing, 2 and 1. Woo! All right, take a minute. How is everyone doing? Are we good? All right, so now we end with cardio. This is where it's gonna get hard, right? It's the end of class, towards the end of class, and I'm gonna ask you to bump up that intensity. We're gonna test our endurance. Now it's only 30 seconds for your cardio, and it is with the weights. Those, of course, are optional. Okay, here's your first one. Just to make it a little bit harder, you can add the weights. Shuffle. You're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. So you do 2 punches front, 2 going down. And they're sort of to the diagonal. Boom, 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 boom. Tammy, you can just take out the shuffle and stay stationary. All right, 30 seconds, we'll start with that one. And then I'll just show you number 2. We go into a squat kick. Okay, so maybe you grab heavier weights for that. The first one, light to moderate. 30 seconds. Side shuffle with your punches. 2 up, 2 down. Let's go. Side shuffle. 2 straight, 2 down. Shuffle. And they're sort of diagonal punches. So you go hit, hit, and just make sure you don't actually hit your knees there, okay? You punch down. You can get low in your shuffle. Boom, boom. So get nice and low with those punches. Keep going. You can stay stationary here. Squat kick in 3, 2, squat kick. Let's go. Down, kick. So once to the bottom of your feet. I'm really not giving you much time in between, okay? But that's the goal. Boom. It can be low, medium, high. Weights stay right here. Beautiful. Yes, Terry. Bottom of the foot, couple more seconds. And then we're gonna go into a burpee row. Okay, that's gonna be coming up next. Couple more seconds. I'll give you 5 seconds to rest right here. All right, here's your burpee row. You come up, you come down, you go row and row with those weights, come back up. Okay, could also just do it body weight. I'm gonna do low impact. 30 seconds, burpee row. Let's do it. So I step back, 1 row, come back up. Follow me for that low impact. Boom, So these can be heavier weights. Step back, row. Come on. So instead of jumping to the floor, I'm just stepping it back. You only have 5 more seconds, and then we go into speed skaters. 3, 2, speed skaters with those weights, let's go. So you can take out that jump, right? You can add the jump, boom, and boom. Tammy, if this was too much for your foot, you can do some rainbows here. Up and over with a march. Keep it up, everyone. Remember, the goal is just to get that heart rate up. Boom, boom. We have one more, so we have 5 exercises in this circuit. You have one more, 3, 2, you get a little breather. Watch what I do. I take it up, step out, cross body punch. Lift up, cross body punch. Up, cross body punch. 30 seconds, okay? Now, Tammy, you might want to keep it in place and just go punch across, punch across. 30 seconds. 3, 2, let's go. So center, everything's up and together. You step out, you pivot, move the hips, and you punch across. Back to the center, other side, boom. And then once you really get into it, you add a hop, okay? So I add a big jump there at the top. I want to see levels. You're high and then you're low. Keep it a little more stationary. Boom, center, boom, center. Couple more seconds. You could actually add that press overhead too, Tammy, even though you're not moving your feet, right? Keep it up for 3, 2, 1, 5 seconds. We're gonna repeat. Side shuffle, 2 punches up, 2 punches down. Ready, set, round 2. Let's go. Shuffle. Punch front, 2, and then 2 down. And then repeat. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Again, you can take the shuffle out and just do those punches. And it's still gonna really keep, woo, that heart rate going, right? Come on. And you are twisting from your torso, okay? Boom, boom. Couple more seconds, 3, 2, squat kick, go. Weights at your chest. Squat, kick. Low, medium, or high. Woo! Let's see the bottom of those feet. Yes, good, Tammy, perfect. Great way to adjust that movement. Keep it going, everyone. Squat kick. Your burpee row is coming up. Follow me for that low impact. 3, 2, burpee row, let's go. So I do an overhead press, 2 taps behind me, 1 row, and then I repeat. Press. 2 tap back, row, repeat. This can be heavier weight, and it's only 30 seconds. Woo! Let's go, let's go. Overhead press, tap, tap. Come on, Terry. Here we go for 3, 2, and 1. Speed skaters, let's do it. Let's do it. Maybe adding that jump. Maybe not. Other option, those high knees. Rainbow. Woo! Again, how do we work the same muscles with a different movement that's gonna work for you, your joints, and your body today? So many options. This is nice low impact right here. Keep it up. Couple more seconds. And then our up and over crossbody punches in 3, 2, 30 seconds. Let's do it. Up and boom. Okay, gang, we got 1 more round and then we're done. 1 more after this. We go right into it. Back to back. Keep it up, keep it up. So Tammy, the one in place. Straight up, diagonal punch. So that way you don't really have to move those feet too much. Just that upper body and torso. Come on, we got 4, 3, 2, side shuffle and punch. Back to the top, let's go, shuffle. This is it. Shuffle, shuffle. Punch, 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 punch. 2 straight across, 2 straight down, right? A little bit of a diagonal. Show me those levels. Come on, all out, this is it. Less than 10 seconds, squat kick will be next. And you can remove those weights, grabs that we have here, ready, set. Let's go, squat kick, come on. Let's finish strong. I know it's the end of class. We're gonna get a nice stretch after this. Nice cool down and stretch. When you're kicking, keep that back fairly straight, okay? Keep it up. Boom, but I do want you to push through that heel, right? Every kick, every punch with intention, yeah? Come on, couple more seconds. Burpee row in 3, 2, let's go. So I'm doing my low impact, overhead press, 2 taps to the back, 1 row, repeat. Come on. Woo! And maybe it's just an overhead press. You can take bits and pieces of it, make it your own. As long as you're keeping that heart rate up, I'm good. Less than 10. Come on, Terry. Woo! I know we hate burpees. Let's go, but they're so good for you. Speed skaters, go. Speed skaters. Or that marching rainbow. Come on, if you're doing those marches, tuck those hips under and bring those knees to your chest using your core, not your hip flexors. Boom, boom. Skaters, just watch the feet, right? Watch your ankles as you jump. Couple more seconds, especially if it's a big jump. Here we go. Last one, up and over, side punch, let's do it. Up, over and punch, up, over and punch, boom. Maybe adding that jump there. Can you show me levels? Up high, down low. Up high, down low. This is it. This is your last 10 seconds. Woo, come on. Finish strong. Monday crew, let's do it. And stop. Woo. Great job, team. High five. Boom. Grab some water. We'll take about 30 seconds. Just walk it out. Walk up front, walk back. Shake it out, great job. Let's shake those arms. So we'll stay standing for just a moment so we can get that heart rate down. So you're gonna come back to find the center of your workout space. You're gonna bend those knees as we inhale, bring the arms to the top. Big deep breath and then exhale, let it go. Big deep breath in through the nose and then exhale out through the mouth. We'll do it one more time. Big deep breath in and exhale. As you come down this time, circle those wrists here for me as those arms lower. Roll the shoulders. All right, let's take it to tabletop. Nice and gentle. If that heart rate's still really high, take another moment to walk, grab some water. You could do this stretch seated. So as we inhale, we're gonna drop our belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. It's actually a really great stretch to do in your chair. And then exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. Let's do it 2 more times. Got about 2 more minutes here with y'all. And last one, nice and easy. Great job. Okay, knees wide, feet together. Nice child's pose. Sitting back. Bringing that chest and forehead to the mat. This should feel really good on your low back. Just move from side to side here. So just putting all your weight over to one side and one forearm, and then over to the other, sort of like you're rocking side to side. Oof, in your child's pose. All right, let's slowly walk those hands up. We're gonna get into those hips. Just gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna do a butterfly stretch. So seated, maybe on a pillow or block. You're gonna bring the soles of the feet together. You're gonna push them away a little bit. Knees out to the sides. Call this butterfly because it's like wings. And rather than sort of leaning forward, what I want you to do is actually to push your chest forward. And then imagine someone pulling your hips behind in the opposite direction. So chest is going forward and hips are being pulled back. You should feel that a little bit more rather than just the kind of folding forward and allowing our shoulders to round. We don't want that. I'm gonna lift our chest up. Now the sun's coming out. One more breath here. And then if it feels okay, just a gentle twist over that left shoulder. Just sitting up nice and tall. And then back to the center, nice and gentle over the other shoulder. Also great stretches to do in your chair. Back to the center, just shake those legs out for me. Shake it out. All right, let's roll over, down dog again. Final time for a nice long stretch. So down dog, pedal out those heels. We're getting hamstrings and calves. So you could do this seated or even standing if you prefer. Just stretching out one leg at a time. Once you nod your head yes. If you're in down dog with me and shake your head no. Lift up an inch higher. Take one more breath. Gently lower the knees and then we roll up to standing. Head comes up last. And just meet me in the middle of your workout space once you break down. So nice and slow, rolling up. We'll do our final stretch here, standing for our shoulders and our chest. So it's just taking those arms behind, squeezing our shoulder blades together, maybe interlacing your fingers and sliding your hands down so that you feel that stretch right there in your shoulders, yeah. Keep the head up, nice and neutral. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, also a great stretch to do at your desk. All right, team, let's reach up, inhale, big deep breath. Bend the knees, let it go, exhale. And one more time together, big deep breath, and shake it out. Great job for getting through your Monday workout. You are all done. Thanks so much for coming.